to Fabulosity For You, and my name is Angie. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please click the subscribe button and then click the notification bell so when I upload videos, you'll be the first to know. Like this video and make a comment. This channel is about fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. And if this is not your first time visiting my channel, well, welcome back, my queens, and welcome to the kings that are here with us. So today is relationship day. And I'm going to read you a letter because I told you in one of my videos last week that I was behind in my letters. So I'm going to just read my letter in this segment. And so we're going to get right to it. But before we do, I just want to say that I have on just a plain black turtleneck. I have on a Fendi headband and, of course, my Fendi glasses. Okay, these are the glasses for tonight. For those that are new to my channel, I love to wear sunglasses, and so they've been a statement all throughout my videos. I wear sunglasses, and then I like to throw shade when when I do relationship segments. I like to throw shade. So when I do this, you know, Angie finna cut up now. Okay, so before I begin, I just came back from a retirement party. My husband's, one of his great friends, retired. So, and he had a beautiful party. Shout out to Chris Moore. He retired from the county jail he retired from. So congratulations to you, Chris. And I just want to throw another shout out to his beautiful woman, Bridget. You did a great job with the party. We had a fantastic time. And so we're going to begin. So my queens and kings out there, go get your favorite drink, go get your favorite snack, and come back and let's have some grown conversations, okay? So today, I received a letter from a young woman. Her age is 29, okay? 29 years old. And she wrote me and said, now I don't have the letter in front of me. My printer wasn't working, but I'm just trying to remember what she said. If I forget, I'll go back. As I'm talking, sometimes I remember. But my printer isn't working, so I was unable to print the letter out. And so she said, "Dear Angie, I am in need of advice. I am so scared that I might lose my boyfriend because I cheated on him." She said, "I cheated on him with a childhood friend and her husband." She said, "Angie, this happened about 3 to 4 years ago, but it still haunts me today." She said, "Angie, I went to visit my childhood friend and her husband. My boyfriend, who's 30 years old, no, he's 29, who's 29 years old, was to join me, and we were going to stay for the weekend. But my boyfriend had to go to work, so he could not come. And so I decided that I was going to still visit my friend." She said, "Angie, I'm going to give you a little background on my friend and her husband. They like to have threesomes. And I know about this, but I didn't figure it has anything to do with me because I wouldn't do that. I thought I would never do something like that. They never involved me with it. They never asked me to do anything with them. And so I felt comfortable going to the house." She said, "So when I got there, it was nice. Everything was nice. My friend, she cooked dinner. And then after dinner, we all started drinking and doing other substance. They ended up going to the couch on the other side of the room. I was on the other couch. Soon after that, she said they started making out. So she closed her eyes like she was asleep, but she could still see out the corner of her eyes that they were really making out." So she said after the kiss, I knew I wanted more. She said, Angie, I hold myself responsible for what happened. And we ended up having a beautiful, the most amazing night, the three of us. She said, Angie, after it was all over with, the next day nobody talked about it. And we still haven't talked about it. The three of us only got together that one time, that weekend. And then after that, we were having a great time. She said, I had a great time in and out of bed. Since then, she said, I've been to visit my friend and her husband. And my boyfriend has went to visit them as well. But I'm so afraid that this will eventually get out. And so, should I risk my relationship and tell him what happened? Or should I just fight with my conscience and just let it go? Angie, I need your advice. So that was the letter. And I don't, if I missed anything as I'm talking, if it comes back, then I will let you know I had forgot to say this part. But so now I'm going to unpack this letter. Okay, this is an interesting letter. Okay, so you and your boyfriend was supposed to go for the weekend to your childhood friend and her husband's house. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm just going to give you the age. The childhood friend was 30 years old, and her husband is 32. So you wanted to stay with them for the weekend. I guess this is something you guys do, but your boyfriend couldn't make it because he had to go to work. So you decide to go anyway? First of all, when you say your childhood friend, you know that woman very well, okay? And even though they may not have ever asked you to join them in the bedroom, I personally would have not went to those people's house by myself. But you went by yourself. And you said you guys was having a great time. You started drinking and doing other substance. So to me, it sounds like they was getting you ready, okay? They was getting you ready. And then they started making out in front of you. Okay, so now as I'm talking, she also added in the letter, even though they were all in the same room, some people might look at that as a red flag, but she said she didn't. She thought she didn't, at the time, she didn't think anything of it. So, what I'm going to say about that is, if you are in a room and somebody's making out and you don't want to be a part of that, I would have walked out the room, right? I would have walked out the room. But you stayed. And you didn't think it was nothing wrong with somebody across the room making out in front of you. Very interesting. Okay. And so you said you guys ended up having a threesome. You had a great time in and out of bed. And you guys, the three of you all only did it together once. So did you and your friend do it again? Because to me, if you had said, and that was the end of that, it never happened again. But you didn't say that. You said the three of us never did it again. So, I like to read between the lines, and I'm going to say that you and your friend got it on again. And you said you had a wonderful time in and out of bed. And then you say this happened 3 or 4 years ago and you're still talking about it. So it's weighing heavy on your mind. And what should you do? So, my queen, what I'm going to say to you is, when your boyfriend said he couldn't make it, I wouldn't have stayed with her. I'm a firm believer about not staying in people's houses that have a husband or a significant other. You should have got yourself a hotel room. But you decided to go. You got high with these people that they like to do threesomes. So I really think that they tried to set you up. They knew from the time you said your boyfriend wasn't coming that they were gonna get you in their bed. Okay, they was gonna get you high, and then they was gonna get you in their bed. But at the same time, even though you said you never thought you would do anything like that, I think you had a little interest. I think you deep down wanted to something like that to happen, because why would you get high with them? Why would you walk out? Didn't walk out the room when you saw they start making out in front of you? So deep down inside, I think that's something you wanted to happen. You were curious about it, and you did it, and you enjoyed yourself. And now, 3 or 4 years later, you feeling a certain way. And it could be because if you've been together 3 or 4 years, you probably been with your man, as you said, about 4 years or so, and you guys are probably in a serious relationship. And if he decides to pop the question, then you need to come clean, because you have had this man in these people's face, and he laughing with her husband, and he done slept with you. They both have slept with you. So you making your man look real, real crazy out here in these streets. So I think you need to. I'm glad you said it was you take full responsibility. Did nobody put a gun in your head? You wanted to do it. But you should have been woman enough to tell your man what happened. And you don't know what the response would have been. He would, of course, feel a certain way. Or he might have said, well, hey, we can all do something together. You don't know. But give him the choice to be with you and stay, or the choice to walk away. And so I definitely think, I don't care how many years ago it was, you need to let him know, especially if you're in a serious relationship. You need to let this man know so he can decide what he wants to do. And I think that, hey, if he leave, he's gone. Because at the end of the day, your relationship, the foundation is built on quicksand. Okay, it's based on a lie. You have been unfaithful to this man. You have let him walk around your friends, and his woman slept with you, and her husband slept with you. That's a slap in his face. So your relationship is definitely not built on a solid foundation. It's built on lies. And so I think you need to be woman enough to tell this man, and whatever he decides to do, he do. I'm a firm believer, though, of if something's meant to be, it's going to be. And if it's not, it's not. But he deserves the truth. So I thank you for writing me and sharing your letter, because it's somebody else that's going through the same thing you're going through. No matter how crazy it sounds, these things are happening in the world today. And so I thank you for sharing, because somebody else could be going through the same thing. And here I am trying to give advice and help the people that are going through the same thing you're going through. So thank you, my queen, for sharing your letter. I'm going to be praying for you, and stay in peace and not in pieces. And I just want to say to my queens and kings out there, if you're having relationship issues and you need someone to give you some advice, please feel free to contact me. Contact me through my email address. It's in the description. And I will be more than happy to help you through whatever you're going through. And if there's a specific relationship topic that you would like me to talk about, you can also either put it in the comments or you can contact me through my email that's in the description. Also, if you think you have some advice you would like to give this young woman, you can also make a comment on this video. Thank you for watching my channel.